This podcast is intended for entertainment purposes, and while we strive for a respectful and inclusive environment, we acknowledge that certain topics discussed may be sensitive or offensive to some listeners. The views expressed by hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily represent those of the podcast or its sponsors. Please exercise discretion, skip or pause any distressing parts, and we appreciate your understanding and open-mindedness as we encourage conversations rather than cancellations. Take that woke elsewhere. Thank you.
Lost in Talks podcast.
Lost in Talks, episode 117, here with the boys once again. Tuesday night instead of the regular Monday night. Things feel a little bit off and backwards.
Might not mean a lot to you, but it means a lot to
Yeah,
us.
it was just really weird. I was out here driving. I'm like, wait, I'm pulling up on the street. I'm like, wait, where are the bins? I'm like, what's going on?
Where's the bins? Oh,
yeah,
like
because usually it's recycling day.
Yeah, it throws you off.
Recycling or garbage day.
Throws
when
you
we
off
pull
the
up.
routine, yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck? And there's more police out than usual. And I was like, what the hell's going on today? Something's just off. But feels good to be back.
How do you feel about we don't really talk about how like the Mondays feel. For me, like I only realize it until now. Like sometimes it is, especially a weekend like this past weekend we had where it's like, back to back days you going out. Sometimes the Monday can be tough because you're trying to just recover,
Yeah, definitely.
But the good thing about it is that there's a lot of I think the thing that we thought about the news lining up better with like things being fresher in our mind and like more like hotter topics, because I think a lot of the good shit comes out on Monday and stuff.
It does. I think it's a good time
Yeah.
to talk. Friday is like not as good, I feel.
Because even today, like this weekend,
Thursday, we used to
I
do it on
remember
Thursdays,
this weekend,
right?
I'm like, what? There wasn't too many things to talk about, and then like yesterday,
Yeah.
there was a whole bunch of stuff that happened on Twitter that is like Twitter changing its name, for example. Like there's a bunch of things that happen that's like, oh yeah, Monday it just kind of like fills it up a lot.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier to talk about stuff.
Yeah, the Monday has been good for just collecting news and stuff like that throughout the week. My only gripe with it is, and this will get better in time, obviously. It's just that when we do put out the episodes, even if I put out the episode on a Friday, for example,
Right? Yeah.
it still feels late.
Yeah.
It feels like last week.
Yeah.
Feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It always will unless you put out the episode the next
Like
day.
the next
Yeah.
day.
The next
or-
day
yeah,
you
yeah,
upload
yeah.
That's
the
what I'm
audio.
saying. In time, we'll get to that
And
point.
until we have like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, until we can,
Actually push shit out like
you know.
that. then-
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. But whatever. Yeah, it's working right now, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Nah, it's cool. Monday, I like it. Starts the week off strong, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it's good timing for news. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't give a fuck because it comes out a different time
Yeah.
of the week, so you don't know what day we're recording, nor does it probably matter. But yeah, for us it does. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think you could, if you go back to our older ones, you could tell that there were certain topics sometimes when we would talk about on Wednesday or Thursday where it's like, this shit feels old to us, so we don't even want to talk about
Yeah,
it anymore.
yeah.
Because it happened, we did the podcast on Wednesday and then Thursday that shit happened. Or Friday that album dropped
Yeah.
and we don't have,
Yeah.
and a lot, albums drop on Friday, so if it is a big album, we'd have the weekend to talk about it. When a big movie like Oppenheimer drops and we're there, then we get to talk about it, without having. I mean, sometimes it's nice to have a movie like Oppenheimer. I'm sure even 2 days from now I'll have different opinions or something.
Yeah.
It's still kind of slowly digesting,
Yeah.
That movie will be in the theaters for a while.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that yet. I
No.
think that is a topic today.
Yeah.
We start with the ASAP stuff, right? You want to talk about that first?
We can.
Sorry.
Well, let's get
What do you want to talk about?
Let's get the weekend shit out the way, because
Okay.
just for
Right, you guys said that.
yeah, just for the
Cool. Yeah, go
keep
ahead.
it chronological.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah. For sure.
Saturday we got to chill with Sam Preeth and some of the other boys. Sam Preeth had a barbecue at his place. Him and his girl, they moved into a condo downtown by Harborfront. So they've been in there for how long? Like two years?
Yeah.
Some shit?
Yeah.
So this is like their first time being able to get everybody gathered up and over there. So it was a good time. We literally just got to just chill.
Yep.
Sam Preeth cooked us some food, some lamb burgers.
Yeah, that shit was good, man.
Yeah.
Hamburgers.
Yeah.
Some lamb
I've
burgers.
had lamb burgers. I've made my own too.
I think he made his own.
Yeah.
He made his own as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had some lamb burgers, some turkey burgers, some glizzies.
Some wings.
Some wings as
Yeah.
well. And then, just the regular sides, chips and some fruit and da-da-da-da-da. And, it was just it was a good Saturday.
Yeah, just a nice weather, like got to go into the pool a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a nice Saturday afternoon.
Good Saturday afternoon with everybody, Just, and we're playing, you're on my team, right? Yeah, you're on my team. We slapped everybody. What was that game called?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember that game.
It was a board game?
No,
Video game.
It was like a game where it's like your basic word game where you have to guess the word, but you can only use one word to describe the word, and everybody has to guess what the word is. So, for example, mine was macaroni,
Use one
and
word to
my
describe the word.
clue,
Okay, I've played a game like that.
yeah, my clue was elbow.
Yeah, that was hot.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot the name of that game. I've played that game before.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fun.
yeah. So we slapped everybody in
Party
that.
games, Our
Yeah.
Team slapped everybody in that, which was good. We can get into Oppenheimer. Do you want to save the Oppenheimer for later, or you want us to do that now?
I mentioned off the pod that I don't care. I haven't seen it. These guys saw it a couple days ago. I'm gonna see it. I might end up just going to the movies by myself, bro. Unless you mentioned you were trying to see it.
I'm trying to see it again. If you want to go,
Well, then maybe we can go.
Yeah, we can figure that
I'm
out.
free this weekend, anyways. No, you guys can talk about it. It's fine.
we won't do a spoilery.
I mean, you guys can get into it. I don't really care.
yeah,
It's not really a spoiler. I mean,
No.
it's
Yeah.
a biopic. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it already happened. I could,
yeah.
And
Go
I'm
ahead,
su- I'm
go
sure
ahead.
you've already seen like people, or you haven't, but like you've seen people's opinions. At this
a
point,
little
it's
bit.
kind of
I've
like
tried to keep as little.
when it's like a
of that.
Nolan movie, there's gonna be the people who are like, "This is the best movie ever. This
yeah.
shit is mid. This is really good.
Yeah.
This is bad. This
Exactly.
is
Yeah,
historically inaccurate."
I'm pretty good at not like looking at that shit when I
Yeah.
want to see a movie because I do like going into movies blind.
Yeah.
Sometimes I won't even watch the trailer. Like I'll go that far to see it.
Yeah, when
I
it's
don't
something
even-
I really want to see, I don't want to. It's like, especially something like this, I wouldn't want to see footage and shit.
Yeah.
I don't even watch
Yeah.
the trailer. Like I saw the trailer, but I'll try to even avoid the trailer. Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
that's
not
what we should
even
do.
see the shot. So I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even want to see like the shots, and then I see those shots when I watch it. I'm like, oh, that was in the trailer. Like,
Yeah.
but I try to avoid that too. Yeah, you guys can get into it, man, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, this weekend we saw Oppenheimer. Gathered a few people up. Went with Sam Preeth, his girl. My girlfriend was there. Kevin was there, and then my boy Nemanja pulled up because Ian wasn't able to make it, and Zach also flopped last minute.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So he seen it?
Zach?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
He
okay.
flopped just because he double booked.
Joker.
But I knew he wasn't pulling up because I was having conversations. We have like a group chat with our friends from Don Mills, and he wasn't replying at all. So I'm like, okay, Zach's
He's
flopping.
ghosting,
Yeah, he just ghosts.
Wow.
And when he ghosts, I'm like, this guy's he knows what he's doing, and he wants to act like, oh,
And Nem got my ticket.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
So yeah, you're good. Yeah,
All right, save me $20.
yeah. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Cool.
And Zach's ticket, I was just able to refund.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I just refunded that anyway, so we're all good. But yeah, Oppenheimer. Where to even begin?
The theater. So we went to Scotiabank. The
Yes.
theater was that was the most packed I've seen a theater, man.
Like it was like front row. Where were you guys sitting?
Just
no, I
even-
mean
not
like
even
the
that,
the
actual
whole theater because there was Barbie,
all of Scotiabank.
Oppenheimer
Oh,
people.
right. No, same. Yeah. I believe you because like
Yeah.
the movie theater location by where I usually work and stuff. Yeah. There was like lineups.
Yeah.
Like car lineups.
Yeah.
To get into the parking lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because there was no
that's
more
fucked.
parking.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And I'm like, I have never seen. No, I wouldn't say never. I haven't seen any this much excitement over a movie
Yeah.
in the theaters for way not even pre-COVID, way before COVID.
Yeah.
Like
Like
honestly,
I've been to some premieres, like
yeah,
some of the premiere
like
nights,
yeah, can
but
you
it's
guys
always
name
that
a movie
area.
like that? I think like the last big movie like that was like The Dark Knight or something like
Yeah,
that.
shit
Yeah.
like that.
It was
Yeah,
like,
like
or
the Marvel movies. They get
yeah,
their,
maybe like Endgame or something
yeah,
like that.
but it's
or
always
Infinity
it's
War.
just the.
I don't even think
it's
Infinity
usually
War
just
got
the
that much shit.
just the premiere night.
Yeah.
And it's just that section of the theater because it's
Yeah.
only the 1 or 2 theaters. But this
Yeah.
is because they're playing
There's
Barbie and
two
Oppenheimer
big-ass movies.
in like 4 different theaters at all times of the
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
So it's constantly the whole theater's
Yeah.
packed. Like they
Is it?
like, there's nowhere
is
to
it really
stand.
like the only 2 movies they're playing right now?
Literally, I didn't see anything else that was.
I think maybe
showing.
some people
oh, yeah,
were watching
Mission Impossible was
Yeah, Mission Impossible.
in like one theater in the corner.
Didn't that just come out too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
last
Like
week.
no one's
yeah.
watching that because
Yeah.
they're all
Yeah,
watching.
I think
because
the
of this.
the drop off was crazy. Like
Yeah.
They probably
first,
lost a
second
lot of money.
They did, yeah, because it was.
They messed up the release date.
It's the
man.
least that a Mission Impossible movie has sold.
Really.
Yeah.
And it's Barbie and Oppenheimer just
Yeah,
destroying.
that's what it was.
Especially Barbie. Barbie sold way more than Oppenheimer. Like I think.
I mean,
I think it
I
like
don't know how-
tripled.
No, honestly, I think
Well, the
so.
opening sales were way higher.
Yeah?
It was
Yeah,
already
yeah.
in like the hundreds of millions,
Oh, okay.
and like Oppenheimer, I think maybe was like 80.
Yeah.
But I
and,
think
like-
I think they got because Oppenheimer already they covered their budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But yeah, Barbie I could see definitely outselling.
Yeah.
Just because you get more women in there.
right.
I mean?
Yeah.
Kids too, maybe even
And,
like
yeah,
you know,
possibly
like
some kids. Yeah.
yeah.
Kids. Yeah, it's a PG movie, right?
Yeah.
Even like older generation, like old people who had Barbies. It's just a more broadly appealing
Yeah,
thing, I think.
overall.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, when we got into our theater, that was also just packed to the
Yeah.
brim.
Barely any seats available.
Barely.
like,
We
yeah.
saw it in IMAX, of course.
You
not
guys pick your
70
seats or
millimeter.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said millimeter. Millimeter.
Yeah.
Not
You guys,
70
you guys were able to
millimeter.
pick your seats.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
weren't like in the front row.
No,
Yeah.
but remember, we bought these tickets like a month ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And they were already mostly booked.
That's-
Like all the
Yeah.
good seats were already
Yeah,
gone.
you
We got some
really-
decent ones out of the way.
Yeah. It was still kind of like, once you sit, because we had to like get into the aisle, and once we sat down, it's like, okay, we're not leaving for 3 hours. Now
Yeah, exactly.
To fucking
you
get
think
up.
it'd be easier to get the 70 mil now?
Yeah, definitely. I think
Like
there's
go
more
to
opening.
like go
weekend.
to like Vaughn or something.
Yeah. I think it
I
was
saw
just
the
hype.
projections for the next week for both movies. It's supposed to be like 50% of what it made this week. So
So
it'll
it
be
should be
it'll be
easier
half
to get
as it'll be
tickets.
half as full.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when we were there, like the one we were sitting, the theater we were in, it was flashing like low. So even if you pulled up and we were there like 10 minutes before, like you could have gotten a ticket.
And that was the thing. When I refunded my ticket, somebody got it literally right after me. And then the person behind me in line got it.
Nice.
It was hilarious. I was like, oh shit.
That's sick.
That worked out for them, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, our movie was packed. It was good seeing a movie in IMAX. It was good going to the movies.
Yeah, facts.
In that type of setting again, because I haven't been to a movie that packed with a theater that packed in so long.
Yeah.
It was a good refreshing
Yeah.
feeling. You know what I mean?
Definitely a better crowd too than like the Marvel, the Marvel crowds
Yeah.
and stuff, like Harry Potter. Those are the like premiere movies I remember, and it's like kids, and it's kind of annoying sometimes.
A little
like-
immature, right?
Yeah.
I
It's
feel like
groups of friends.
you're right. Like Oppenheimer's more anyone who appreciates Nolan.
Yeah, nobody's coming to like have a turn
People
up
are
or-
watching.
Yeah,
people are
exactly, yeah.
watching, paying attention.
Yeah.
It's a more serious.
I feel like
crowd.
even maybe for Barbie, I mean, I'm not gonna speculate, but even for Barbie, there might have been some more annoying people in the
Yeah,
crowd.
did you hear about
who were
how
there for
everyone
just
was
getting
like
their
dressing
fits
up
off.
in pink and shit?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
half
So
the theater was all
was
pink,
all
bro.
pink,
Yeah,
right? That was
bro.
like a thing, right?
It looked like a war. It's like if you weren't wearing pink, you were clearly there for Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I almost wore pink that day. I almost wore my pink joggers, and I was like, nah, I cannot be part of that crowd today.
They're gonna think you're going. For
Yeah, or if I'm there for the double feature or some
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man, it was good. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my best not to hype it up for you, Ian.
Okay.
I'm gonna just get my shit out the way, and Kevin, you can go.
Go ahead, do whatever you need to do, man.
I think this is technically, and not just because of recency bias, I think this is technically Christopher Nolan's best movie that he's made. Technically.
So I have. Oh, technically. So what does that mean? Like,
And I mean, if we look at all of his movies, all the things that he's done in all of these movies, and we kind of look at all the pros and cons of each, this is, I would say, him at his best.
wow.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes. In my opinion. Of course. In my opinion. And
Of course. Of course, is your opinion. Yeah.
I don't want to hype it up too much, but
That's
yeah.
a big hype. It's a big
It's,
hype.
it's
So I've heard similar things from
Yeah.
people who have watched it, and I couldn't believe it because they were like, this movie is maybe not his best movie,
Yeah.
but is better than potentially the last 2 or 3 he's made.
I can agree-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite movie by him,
You know what I mean?
but I do think it's his best work that he's
I
put
don't
out.
know if you can top not Interstellar. That's a good movie. I'm talking about more Inception or Memento.
See,
But-
that's the thing. Yeah, like Memento is like
yeah.
it's that there's no
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the problem with all his films too. Is like
yeah.
and any of them can be
Tenet and
your favorite,
Dunkirk, for example. Yeah.
I wouldn't hate on anybody who said Dunkirk's their favorite if there was something there that's like that's my favorite
Yeah,
Nolan
yeah.
film. Sure, like it's a
Yeah.
captivating.
I'd look at you a
film,
little
know?
weird, though.
Yeah.
That's a little strange. That might
I would
be,
You
love-
told me Dunkirk was your favorite. I'd be like,
Dunkirk
okay, but
might
I would love to
be-
hear the I would
The
love to hear the
explanation.
Dunkirk might
explanation would
be his
interesting.
weakest film, but in my opinion.
I think Tenet is the lowest rated on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
But I think
no
that's
one-
the most,
I think no
uh,
one understood it.
Yeah,
That's why.
it's the most controversial.
it's the most
in terms of-
controversial one,
yeah.
and I feel like he gets so much hate for it
Yeah.
just because it was so.
yeah.
It's what it was, and we're talking about Tenet now, but what it was is the idea of things going backwards that
Yeah.
confused people and threw them off.
Yeah.
But if you just get past that, then it's a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
If you just get over that and you
Yeah.
just say, okay, let me just take this
Yeah,
for what it is.
yeah.
It's a good
Yeah,
fucking
watch
movie.
our reaction, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch our reaction on the channel.
On
Ian's hilarious in that one. He's like, what the fuck? I don't understand.
Yeah,
But,
people hate me in that one, bro.
So, nah,
That's my most controversial episode ever.
Tenet was a good movie, but
What
yeah.
the
When I look at this, and if I were to give this a rating personally, I give it about a 9 out of 10.
Shit.
I give it about a 9 out of 10.
What is your favorite's Interstellar? 'Cause
My
then
favorite is Interstellar.
still top.
Yes,
That's
still top.
and that's mostly because it's just like space.
Yeah, the subject matter and the
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
okay.
I can say Oppenheimer
Um,
is probably my third or fourth favorite from him.
Okay. And why is that? Is it just what stood out about that compared to other
I
movies?
think this is just a masterclass of filmmaking, just overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Cinematography, score.
How is Cillian Murphy? Cillian?
Cillian.
Cillian
he's
Murphy.
gonna be nominated?
What's
for
his
an Oscar.
performance like?
It's damn, because this is like his first like big lead role,
Peaky Blinders, but yeah, there's
but in a movie.
In a movie?
other than like Red Eye. No, he wasn't even the lead in Red Eye.
right.
But yeah, this is his first big, lead role.
Did you see? There's some screen tests that just leaked of him doing the Batman. audition.
Yeah.
The voice is pretty sick, bro.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw that.
Yeah,
So
like, yeah.
he possibly could have got
Yeah.
that, but even he made a comment. He's like, "Oh, it worked out."
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that I
sure.
didn't get
Yeah,
it. He's like, either way, I was in the movies.
yeah,
It worked out better that way.
yeah.
But yeah, Cillian, he definitely did his thing. His performance, it's hard to explain because you need to like understand the Oppenheimer guy. He's just troubled.
okay.
He's troubled. He's a very complex man, and you can tell, and you could definitely sense that and feel that in Cillian's performance.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like not a good guy, but he's not a bad guy.
Right.
And they do a really good job of conveying that throughout the movie.
Right.
Whether that be his relationships with people, women, da 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 da. Like in any other movie, he wouldn't be, I don't want to say praised, but he's praised a bit for what he's done. But if you really look at him as a person, you'd be like, this guy's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
He's kind of a shitbag, but at the end of the day, he's human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just really, really, really human. He makes mistakes. He has a bit of an ego,
right.
but he's also really kind and loving and da 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 da. Right?
Right.
So he's definitely going to be nominated for some shit. Who else is going to be nominated for sure and probably will win an Oscar? Possibly, I think Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
I think he's got
Who's
it.
his character?
So he's
Strass.
yeah, so he's like there's a it's like he's a guy who kind of plays it, it spans over what, like 40 years of 20 30
The
like,
movie spans
it really
over 40
it like
years.
really focuses on, I'd say, like 20 years of
Really?
like Oppenheimer's life,
So is the
and it
end-
kind of jumps.
Oh, so it
between.
does. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like a true. Okay, it's a true like biography of his life,
Yeah,
like key moments.
exactly. Yeah, the key moments, especially in the war and the creation of the bomb
Right,
and stuff.
because the war was only 8 years.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
there's like
so there's more to that than just
yeah, there's like that
war.
and the aftermath a little bit.
They go
but it
into the
kind of-
aftermath.
Yeah, it focuses
Oh,
on
okay.
that chunk basically of like the
Right,
war and then the
right,
aftermath.
Right.
And so Robert Downey's like this guy who was kind of like on the board. He was like a chairman, and then he's like he's somebody who's like in kind of like the employer of Oppenheimer. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it without spoiling anything.
I heard from people who've watched it already. The sound is amazing.
Yeah.
That's my only gripe. The sound is amazing. It's one of the better ones because you know how recently he's gotten a lot of complaints.
The sound design.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like Tenet was like
It was like you couldn't hear
shit
shit
was
properly.
like they were like whispering, bro.
yeah.
I don't know what was up with that.
It goes back to Dark Knight Rises.
Like I couldn't hear what the hell they
Yeah.
were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to Dark Knight Rises because that was people's complaints with that was literally just
Like the whole
Tom Hardy.
theater was like rumbling, and like Buddy's trying to talk.
Yeah.
And talking about Tenet, and it was just like what?
Yeah.
And like yeah. And half the shit they were saying was the whole. I know we're talking about Tenet a lot. The whole fucking script was like I don't think I actually like that movie. low-key.
Bro, that movie's good.
The
man.
whole script, bro, was like cryptic as shit. Like what was he saying?
But and that's the thing. That's the thing.
Platonic.
That's my only concern about Ian watching Oppenheimer.
Why? Because it's
Is-
like that too.
It's not like that, but it's like you got to pay attention.
Yeah.
It's not
yeah,
linear. I bet it's not
Yeah.
linear.
Oh, of course
No,
not.
no,
yeah.
no.
No Nolan
It's not
movie is
linear.
fucking
No.
linear.
You got to keep up. And
Except
if you're
maybe
not able to
Dunkirk.
keep up,
That's the only linear movie he's made.
See, that's the thing is like I
Not
feel
even,
like
actually.
if you
Not
don't
even.
watch Memento, then you're gonna be lost in pretty much every like Nolan movie. You know what I mean? Because you're not used to
Oh,
the like the way that he paces movies out.
yeah.
That plus the what's that YouTube channel where they talk about the breaking it down and they show how the timelines fit together and stuff.
Yeah. I think
I remember that was like that really clarified the movie for me, and then that really
He-
showed like he's like non-linear storytelling.
He-
That's what he is.
he really makes movies that are for people who really appreciate cinema.
yeah.
that's what it is.
You know what I mean? At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's not for his movies are not for normies, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His movies are not for
Yeah.
just fucking people, just like people who really want to like take in cinema.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Films and
Yeah,
shit.
real films. You know what I mean? Like not. Yeah.
Like this movie, when you're watching it, you kind of gotta think about the script and be like, okay, how is this mapped out on a script? And then that kind of helps you figure it out a little bit better, like the way that the transitions from scene to scene are going. Otherwise, you're gonna get lost, you know.
But yeah, back to the audio stuff. There are moments where you're like, huh?
Yeah.
There are a few, but I would say honestly, there were
Like
maybe,
what did he say? Or
Yeah.
There are maybe honestly, in my opinion, maybe like 2 or 3 of those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
it wasn't,
weren't
and
long.
it didn't even like, it wasn't like there was a bomb going off and
Yeah.
and somebody's talking.
Yeah.
It was like just the music was just
The
too
music
loud
was
or
just too
something,
loud.
you know.
I can't
And it's not like
believe-
the music was bad. Like the music was like,
That's actually-
it's Hans Zimmer, right?
no,
It's Ludwig.
Ludwig.
Yeah.
Ludwig.
Yeah.
he works with Childish Gambino.
did Tenet.
Yeah, he did Tenet too. Yeah.
Oh, that Ludwig.
Yeah.
Oh, that Ludwig.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is a big step for him. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
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 And
Okay.
going off of that, so yeah, there's only 3 moments where it's like I couldn't really hear shit, but it was really short, and I was like, okay, whatever. But the score throughout this movie, I think, helps the movie so much.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
The score is in, I want to say, about 90% of the movie just throughout. And it helps with the whole pacing of it. And the great thing as well is the music also helps you take in the edit.
Yeah.
The edit is the one thing that stands out so much for this movie.
Yeah.
And how they paced it
Right.
is, I think, my favorite.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
all of
yeah,
the movies
yeah, yeah.
that he's kind of done. Sorry, guys. Kenzo's here and he's just making noises and being restless.
Yeah. It's all good.
That's what I mean about like you could feel like the Memento like formula
Yeah.
in the editing, you know,
Yeah.
of this movie where it's like this is a real thing that happened, but the way that he's able to kind of like dissect somebody's biography chronologically and then chop it up I don't know how he does that. Where is it? Does he do that in the script? Does that happen in the? Is it a combination where it's like he has a bit of the idea of like, okay, we're gonna go from here to here to here, and then in the editing process that gets refined, or is it all in the editing process where they just shoot it out? You know, you just shoot out the movie chronologically and then kind of fit it in the way that the way that the story makes sense. I don't know.
What the process is.
Yeah.
But like when you go see the movie, Ian, you'll notice right off the bat, you're like, oh fuck, there's just cuts. There's just
yeah.
And the good thing about it is
It's a fast-paced movie.
It's a fast-paced movie.
Yeah.
All dialogue, no action. The action is the dialogue.
I consider it kind of like an Aaron Sorkin movie, you know, where it's just all dialogue and like moving parts all the time, but like a Sorkin movie on like mushrooms. So there's a little bit more like depth or things that you gotta like think about to the what's actually going on. It's not just what the characters are saying. It's like a little bit more subtext, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You gotta really think about what these guys are saying.
Yeah.
And what they're talking about and shit like that. Another point that's great about the movie is the acting.
Yeah.
Everybody killed it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say it. They got all the great whites out.
Yeah.
Every
Shark Week, bro. It was great white.
Movie?
White.
I don't even know the cast who's in the movie.
I don't know if we should
Everybody
spoil
that's
it,
white is in the movie, bro.
Everybody that's white.
Everybody that's kind of big and kind of
That's hot right now.
not even, bro. Just that has been hot at some point.
Really?
Yeah.
That you'll recognize is in this fucking movie for no fucking reason.
Really?
For 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And walking
like-
in the background.
Yeah.
Like bare cameos.
Yeah.
Bro, so you're just like, wait, what?
Everyone wanted to be in
getting
this
like
movie.
A-listers just for like a
Everyone
a
wanted to be
2-minute
in the movie.
Yeah, bro.
Probably getting them for free, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Is it Josh, right?
Yeah, Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, from Drake and Josh.
Oh, Josh Peck. Yeah.
Oh, Josh
Oh,
Peck.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
he's in the movie.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. Because you
I
see him
know.
in the trailer.
Because
I
Josh
know.
Hartnett's also in it too, who I haven't
Exactly.
seen in a movie in like fucking years, bro.
I know he's in. Josh Peck. Yeah, I know he's in.
yeah.
it.
Yeah, but
I knew
he's-
that. I knew that.
But he's in it. I'll spoil that for you. He's in it for about 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But he
plays
has-
like one guy. I know.
He has an essential role.
And it's probably one of those things where it's like he knew that it's like, okay, this is his 4-minute role, but he probably prepared for that for like months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he probably
Really?
it not that it was in a crazy, but it was just like that. Like
yeah.
it was
But
in
he
a very
killed it.
intense scene. You know what I
That
mean?
dude
Like,
lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, I know, he has.
He was like a crazy drug addict, I think.
Was he for a minute? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he is in it. Yeah, you said Robert Downey's in it.
Yeah, Matt Damon,
Matt
Emily
Damon.
Blunt,
Yeah.
Wow.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah. Rami Malek,
Yep.
Really?
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense, man.
Just bare people.
God, you're about to say Leo in a minute. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, I wouldn't have been surprised. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, and if Leo was just somebody just sitting in the crowd, I wouldn't have
Yeah.
been surprised.
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, to say, yeah.
Yeah, but literally every single actor in this movie killed it. From everybody, background, whoever, everybody fucking murdered their roles, bro. Everybody played an amazing part in this role and in this movie, and they just did fantastic.
I'm glad. I mean, I was kind of getting worried for Nolan, man. Like, his last 2 movies were just not hitting it like that. You know what I mean? I know you like Tenet, but like, it's mixed.
Yeah,
for
no,
me.
understandable.
Dunkirk is a war movie. You know what I mean? I just feel like war movies are limited these days. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
just like
War isn't my favorite genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
it gets tiring.
Yeah.
And I know, and you know what? Nolan did a good job at like making it different.
Yeah.
But
I
still,
haven't seen 1918.
Oh, you haven't seen 1917?
17.
That's
yeah.
a good movie.
That's
you
actually a
should
fun-
watch
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
That-
I think
that's-
that's the one of the
That's
last.
my last.
Yeah.
Other than, I guess you could say Oppenheimer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my the last war movie where I was like, this.
Yeah, and that's the thing about
It's like a
Oppenheimer
10
too. It's
out
not
of 10
really a war. You know, it's
It's not even
relate.
really-
It's adjacent, but it's not like
Yeah.
a war.
They don't really go into that.
Yeah.
side
Yeah,
of
there's no
things,
war.
right?
Yeah,
there's,
there's
no
no
war.
war.
There's no
Yeah.
war. There's
Yeah.
mention of it and
There's
Yeah.
no
stuff.
war.
And, you know what I mean? But
Anything else to touch on? Anything? You want to say? I feel like there's something else. There was like another gripe I had, but you can go.
no CGI. So there's
gonna
like
mention
some
that as
scenes
well.
where you're just kind of like, what am I looking at then? You know?
like, no CGI is a bad thing or a good thing?
I would say personally a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, so the explosions are real.
Yeah.
from what I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, do you see a nuclear explosion? Obviously, they didn't do
Yeah.
a real nuke, but
Well, you see an explosion. Yeah.
yeah,
We
you
can't give you too much, but yeah,
Yeah.
you see an explosion, but throughout the movie, you get I this thing's too close to me. You get a you get like little glimpses, I would say, into Oppenheimer's mind as throughout the
Like
movie.
him visualizing like quantum
Really?
physics and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, I don't know what it is. I feel like it's sand,
Yeah, I don't know.
or they used what's the shit that we used to do? Remember we used to light the shit on fire and spin it and take photos?
Like the steel
Like
walls?
light.
Steel wool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Steel wool
yeah,
and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or if they just, I don't know if they put too much power into like a fucking wire or something like that and made it explode. I don't know what they did.
Yeah. I feel it's probably like layers of stuff.
So much layers of
Yeah.
stuff. And it's just shit that looks like the sun,
Yeah.
shots of like the earth,
Yeah.
and shit like that. I just don't know how they made it. It just looks amazing. What was my other very small gripe? Oh, it wasn't really a gripe. Sorry. It's my thing about this movie is it's not for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's obvious. And
I
hopefully
think a lot
is.
of Nolan movies are like that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
Again,
like,
at the end of the day, like it is. It's not for the masses.
yeah, it's not for the masses.
It's not Barbie.
Yeah.
You know, no disrespect to Barbie, but yeah, it's not gonna be.
Again, I would say though, if
Just
if you watch like Memento, then like Dark Knight, then like Inception, you might be able to get there where it's like,
Yeah,
and if you don't like those movies, then don't watch Oppenheimer. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because it's like advanced Nolan. You know what I mean? Like he's not pulling punches or like holding back anymore. He's like
No,
trying
he's
to
really
really,
not.
he's
He's
like
going
really
off.
trying to like
Yeah.
go into, and that's I feel like he needed the that's the other part we were talking about. I think immediately after we came out theater was like, I still think when Nolan is in control of his when it's a fictional world, when he controls a story, when it's not based on, when he doesn't have to be confined to historical accuracy and stuff.
Yeah.
That's when you get that extra element of like, you know, the Inception-y stuff, the Tenet-y stuff, right?
That's when other people can go to that shit.
Yeah. When it's historical, you know, yeah, it's obviously going to kind of alienate a certain group of people who don't like to watch that type of shit, you know? But what's going to be exciting is him taking all of these skills that he's like mastered and like put on display in this movie and bringing it into now back into like a fictional world, or, you know?
Yeah.
Also, last couple points about the movie, and we'll move on. Honestly, runtime for me didn't feel
It's
it.
3 hours, right?
Didn't feel it.
Yeah. It was like it was one of the least like exhausting 3-hour movies I've watched.
I've ever
you know?
watched in my life.
Yeah, it's not
'Cause pretty
like-
much
it's
every
not
other,
like The
like-
Irishman, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's, and you know, The
Love
Revenant.
Scorsese, bro, but like, fuck.
Yeah.
The Revenant
was
was
tough,
like
bro.
the first 2 hours I was sold, but then when they kind of stretched it out in the end there, you're kind of like, I'm
Was
like,
Revenant
okay,
3 hours?
It's like all right there. It's like 240, 250, and that's the part
I
too. like-
love that movie.
yeah,
Yeah, even and I love all of the Lord of the Rings,
yeah.
but even those they get to
Yeah.
a point.
Yeah.
I watch extended cuts.
yeah.
So even those, I'm like, all right, I need to take a little brain break for a second.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, but this, I didn't look at my watch until
You were just engaged the whole
2
time.
hours and 45 minutes.
And remember,
passed.
you said that. What's more impressive is you said this movie's mostly dialogue.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 hours of heavy dialogue.
That's it. It's all that.
That's
Like there's
even,
no
like, more impressive.
There's no action. There's no.
the quality of This is gonna get a screenplay nomination for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nolan's gotten nominations for screenplay writing
believe so,
before. He wrote it, like co-wrote
Yeah,
it. Is
yeah.
it the same? Him and his bro.
I think so. I don't
remember.
remember. it.
Usually
I don't know
him
if his
and
brother was involved. I think it was
usually
just
him and his brother write
Yeah.
Usually it's both of them.
the movies.
Yeah.
Like that's been the thing. So I'm just wondering.
I feel like it's probably the same.
And he's been nominated for Oscars for writing.
Yeah.
He should win. He should win. He should win it for
adapted
writing.
adapted screenplay
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not original story, right? It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's based on a memoir
non-
or biography.
non-fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah, no, that's crazy. That I'm happy that this might be. Is it like you say it might be his best film?
I think technically for him, if he was gonna look, if I was Christopher Nolan, I look back at all my work, I'd be like, yeah, this is my movie.
You know when
Wow.
it's rare you see that in this day, because it's not incentivized with artists. It's a big topic we talk about in general about like mid being incentivized in the industry, right? So it's rare to see artists who reach a level of like when he made Memento, he was already solidified as like a GOAT director of this generation, if not all generations, right? And then Dark Knight series and stuff.
And then it go
for somebody to
Inception.
continue to elevate their
So,
game
yeah.
at this
Exactly.
level at his career,
Exactly. It's impressive.
very rare. Yeah,
It's very rare. Yeah.
Very rare, and it's impressive to see.
Yeah.
Because I'm still leaving.
That's why I'm shook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It's like when Kanye made
know?
Dark Twisted Fantasy, it was like that's not my favorite Kanye album, but you like that's obviously like
Yeah.
a triumph.
It's a whole-
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like the way that was all put together, right? Like it's brilliant. So that's that same type of feeling where like technically it's like a masterclass, right?
And the last thing I'll say about the movie is, for me, the only thing, and I won't say this ruined it for me. But
best movie, but it got ruined.
the final moment of the movie hits you so deep, bro. I was sitting there getting emotional,
yeah.
right? I could have cried, and then my girl taps me. I gotta pee.
She ruined it.
Had she not tapped me, if I had 3 more seconds to myself, I might have teared up a little bit. You know what I mean?
You needed to release that tear.
Yeah,
yo.
but like, yo, the last moments of the movie, you get this you get this whole major reveal in the last like hour, but the last, I want to say 5-10 minutes, you get a reveal about a conversation that's had and the effect that it has on Oppenheimer, and just the look on his face is just crazy because you can feel the exact same thing, and they leave you off with a nice little quote. You know what I mean? And if I had 3 extra seconds, it
Getting
would've been a wrap.
goosebumps thinking about it.
Yeah, man, it would have been a wrap on me.
Cool.
But-
I'm excited to see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we could.
What do you want to see from Nolan next? Do you guys have any clue?
We were talking about that as well.
You
I want
know?
to see some fiction. I just want to see some cool shit.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I really want to see another science fiction movie out of him.
But I also wouldn't mind something, like space.
I want some space.
Not
some
like
space.
not science
Some
fiction-y
aliens
like
or some
Tenet,
aliens
where
or
it's
some
like
shit.
very him creating his own rules. Something that's a little bit more like
A little grounded.
Interstellar. He still had to adhere to some of the like just rules of physics and stuff. So there's that, but then him still being able to kind of work within those boundaries.
That world was really real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
know?
That I mean that's probably also the case. I think Interstellar is his best combination of it being scientifically or like real accurate, not Inception, not Tenet, but then still being something that's a fictional story and having like the magical elements and all that kind of stuff,
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'd like to see something like that, like an Interstellar
Yeah, I want to see
type.
something with space or something
deep sea maybe.
deep sea. Yeah, I was gonna say deep sea or some space shit
Yeah.
Deep Sea might be
would be
crazy.
cool.
Yeah. If we're just talking about like, we're just talking about like, you just want a world and you want a story that's just captivating, but also makes you think about things that are real, and that actually affect you. It's like Deep Sea in space, So he did the space movie. Nobody really gives the Deep Sea enough credit for like how much cool shit you could do with a movie like that,
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe something more. Something that's happened in another part of the world. Maybe like something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most of his movies are like white people.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe he could do something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something in Asia, something
Yeah.
in Africa. I don't know. Some other setting
Yeah.
Well, that'd be cool too.
rather than just the first world. I thought it would
Facts.
be interesting.
Yeah.
Because most of it is like that.
Yeah, something that's like in like a developing country but still like psychological, like a
Yeah,
memento that happens.
Yeah,
Something that's a psychological problem or whatever you want to call it,
yeah.
and then like you're digging into the mind of a character, and it's not like a white 1% type person or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. This one he definitely brought out all the whites.
Yeah.
I think this is him saying we're gonna get some colored people next time. Obviously, because it was of the time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
But-
fair enough.
Yeah, a lot of whites in this one.
Yeah. Was there any?
Oh yeah, that was sorry.
Yeah.
That was the only other gripe.
All the
Because there were so many whites, you lose track of people's names.
Yeah.
Right?
When they're trying to like be like, oh, this, when they're trying to name somebody who comes back.
They
in.
say a name, and you're like, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is
And you're
that?
like,
Yeah.
wait, and I'm there shuffling through all the white people that I just saw on the screen, and then you're like waiting for a bit, and then you see them, and you're like, oh, okay, true.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that,
Especially because they're all like scientists or they're
Yeah.
all fucking government. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Character-wise, the movie's focused heavily on Oppenheimer, right?
Yeah.
He's the sole protagonist. There's no
Yeah.
reference. There's no focus, no strong focus on anyone else, really.
Robert Downey, kind of. You know,
little
he's
bit.
like the
Downey, a little bit,
lead
yeah.
supporting
Just
actor.
like I'm just
you know?
reminded of Dunkirk, and like the problem with that movie with me, and he tried. This was the point of the movie. Like, there's no focus on one character.
Yeah.
It
This
was,
is
like
this is
weird.
all Oppenheimer.
That was my problem
Yeah.
with that movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. How it was like, but I understand what he was trying to do. Like, he was trying to just show three different, a pilot.
Yeah,
The
it was
same,
like
the
a
same,
guy.
the same
stories
day.
that
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
intertwined.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I think it was executed weird, and I just felt like
You know, the problem with those
I didn't
movies
have a
is you're
favorite.
always gonna, you're always gonna have somebody that like you
Yeah.
don't like. And,
yeah.
and if you do like somebody more than the other, then if that other person's on screen,
Yeah.
you're just not gonna fuck with them. You know, like
With Dunkirk, for me, it was I liked everything about it. I just felt it was underwhelming.
I've only watched it once as well.
I've
So-
seen it like 4 times.
Have you? I've
'Cause
only.
I- 'cause
I've
I tried
literally
to
only.
like it even more.
Mm.
I've literally only watched it once. I've
Yeah.
seen Tenet twice.
Like,
so-
I'll watch it because I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
But it's just a little underwhelming, and it's so quiet.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
not too much dialogue throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just them looking at the fucking sky. Or
Yeah.
waiting waiting to get bombed and shit. You know what I mean? The only people that are really talking in that movie were those guys on the boat.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They were the only ones that fucking lines. Really?
It kind of feels like a 60s movie, which
Mm-hmm.
is why I have a hard time watching old movies too, because it's a lot of like dragging on and just like people.
See,
just,
that was
like,
a
looking
slower
around and
paced
shit.
movie, and that was a movie
Yeah.
with no dialogue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now this heavy dialogue, fast paced movie.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He's just, he's just like improving things in his arsenal or like trying new things. And I think this movie, like all the things come together.
Yeah.
All the like technical cool shit that he likes to do, like
Yeah,
weird
exactly.
editing and
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
when you look at all of his work, I would say it's his best because there's elements of everything that he's done in all other movies.
yeah. And there's that play of like it's not like purely you saw the thing where it's like the color shots are subjective and the black and white's objective. So they're in the subjective shots there is a lot of like what do you call it, like magical realism where like things that didn't actually happen are on screen, so you get that little bit of like trippiness.
I don't know you don't have to go into history. I don't know the full history of this guy. Oh, is he American? Or
Yeah,
is he-
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, the name just isn't American. It's not
Yeah.
right, so I thought
He's
maybe
like a New York Jew,
Yeah.
I think.
he's Jewish.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Oppenheimer, 9 out of 10 for me.
Wow.
Minor gripes. Very
Yeah.
minor.
No movie's perfect. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool.
If you like movies, you like film, you like cinema, you like Christopher Nolan, you'll enjoy this. Just go into it understanding you're not going to see no fights.
Yeah. No war.
No wars.
Yeah.
The craziest shit that happens isn't even a bomb exploding. It's the arguments and the twists
Yeah.
and the dialogue.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
it, really, you know? Just pay attention. It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's, I mean, and also like it's definitely, it requires, I think, multiple watches. So
Yeah.
if you want to,
Most Nolan movies. do.
exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
And not that it requires, if you, the more, every time you watch it, you're going to learn something or retain something new or different.
And it was the first movie in a while where immediately after we got out of the theater, I was like, I want to watch it again.
yeah. Yeah.
And not because I necessarily missed anything, but just because it was that enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, really good movie.
Amazing.
Wish you could have come through, fam. Would have been a good time, buddy.
It is what it is. I was
Yeah, it is
stuck
what it
on
is.
some fucking job for I don't even know.
The depression.
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, bro. What were we shooting again? I forgot what we were shooting. It'll come back to me in a minute.
Yeah.
I know what I'm on now.
Yeah.
But what I was on before, I don't even remember, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Verbo. That's what it was.
Oh, Verbo.
Verbo.
Yeah. Great.
Verbo.
Shout out
Congrats.
Verbo.
Their ads are lit, though.
Yeah,
seen
they
their
have,
ads?
yeah, they have good commercials.
They have good
yeah.
commercials. They have good commercials.
All right. Rolling Loud, Miami, I think it was.
I don't know about that. What happened?
Was this weekend?
Oh, was it?
I think, yeah.
Right.
I think it was that, yeah.
Why? What happened?
Your boy A$AP Rocky.
Okay, that's what happened. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys talk, cause I don't know the Ian Connor shit. I didn't even know Ian Connor was a guy anymore.
Yeah, I
I
think
thought that
yeah.
guy disappeared forever.
Yeah.
He is.
Like he pops up every once in a while.
I
but,
think
like,
his thing right now is he's trying to stay low key. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
He had his allegations and whatnot.
yeah, which I think
not
are
gonna lie to
real.
you.
His allegations.
I still follow Ian Connor personally.
Shit,
Oh fuck.
that's crazy, bro.
I follow some questionable figures, but
That's crazy.
that's mainly just because.
Yeah, you Cardi.
Don't go. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of fucking
Yeah.
up there with that guy too.
Yeah. But I feel like all of these guys are. I don't think.
yeah.
I don't know, man. The way I look at it is like everybody that's rich and famous had to commit some type of sin.
Yeah.
To be there.
That's
I don't
facts.
think anybody's hands are clean
Yeah.
outside of here, you know?
Yeah. And I think that this story speaks to that too.
Yeah. So just to cut to the chase, A$AP Rocky, who, you know, has been on top of the world with his billionaire woman and 2 children, decided to come out. Wait, did she have the baby yet?
Nah, she's
Nah, she's-
pregnant
yeah.
still.
Oh, she's still pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. A child and a half. He performed some new tracks and shit like that. But if we're just gonna get to it, he allegedly, because now it's alleged.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He called out Ian Connor and A$AP Bari.
Yeah.
And sent a little diss towards who we think.
Well, yeah,
be Travis Scott.
there's so the line was you stole my flow or you stole my style or something like that, so you stole your bitch. And then he wants 10% on whatever or something like that. So when I saw that, I thought it was Drake because it's Drake and Rihanna. But everybody was saying Travis because he said before about something about Travis stealing his flow. And then some other people were saying Chris Brown. So I don't know. There's no consensus on that one. But the
That
one,
one, yeah, I'm not too sure.
but the Ian Connor one and the A$AP Bari one was like he has this song and he changed the lyrics so that he said for both of those guys he said like he's a bitch. You know, A$AP Bari he's a bitch. Ian Connor he's a bitch. So then Ian Connor DM'd him and he posted these screenshots. He posted the screenshots?
Yeah.
He posted screenshots basically like asking Rocky, like, yo, what happened? Like, why'd you say this shit? And then Rocky, like, basically, like, just said, you know, it was misunderstood, blah, 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 whatever. I actually said
You're the shit.
he's the shit. Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah. So then so once he posted those screenshots, everybody was saying like, yo, this Ian Connor must have like bare beef on it, dirt on everybody. And and I wouldn't hold that against. I mean, these guys, fucking Rocky admits to having bare orgies. So like, you don't think there's some fucking some footage
out
that'll
there,
like put everybody out of commission, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's what happened with A$AP Bari. It was that video
yeah,
of they had a bitch. I shouldn't say a bitch.
Whoa.
They had a nice young lady over. All the boys had a nice young lady, and she had just gotten done fucking one of the boys. And A$AP Bari was like, "It's my turn. Give me that." And he was grabbing her up,
Whoa.
and she was like, "No, not now, no."
Oh.
So and he was
Getting
kind
Yeah.
of forcing the situation, even though she just got done slobbing off somebody else.
Interesting.
So he just thought it was his turn, but I guess it wasn't. He was
No.
jumping in the buffet line.
Whoa.
bitch.
Chill.
yeah.
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 Chill.
The buffet line. Yo, rich people are crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Rich people sex is crazy.
So I
Bro.
keep telling you guys. Yeah, remember my theory.
Sex, bro.
Remember my theory, bro.
You guys hear about? Never mind. I don't want to. There's some next shit I found out the other day about in Dubai. Some next shit that happens in Dubai, and I don't even want to get into it. Maybe after in the break. Let's get to the topics first, because this will disrupt the pod.
So yeah, going back on that whole ASAP Rocky thing, Ian Connor just pressed him a bit to see what's going on, and that's the one thing I will say about Ian Connor is yes, he has been trying to just lay low and do his thing. He has a whole brand, whole clothing brand, that Kanye actually gave to him, that he's been running and he's been selling a lot. It's called Sicko. So he just wants to make sure that he's able to just keep his business running without any bullshit going on. And the last thing he needs is somebody calling him a bitch, especially when he's been out of the spotlight for so long.
Yeah.
You know? So I understand him having to press him quick and release that shit just to clear things up, because I don't know if ASAP Rocky was going to come out and clarify anything.
Yeah.
So understandable.
Yeah.
With the whole Travis Scott thing, though, I'm not too sure. But I do think Travis Scott is the one that's most...
Yeah.
He checks off a few of the things on that checklist
Yeah.
for the diss. I just don't know about the whole stealing his bitch part.
There are pictures of Travis and Rihanna, but they weren't together or anything, right?
I don't remember.
No.
Yeah.
No, I doubt it.
Yeah.
Like, I would suspect Drake
Yeah.
being more in that realm
Yeah.
than him.
Yeah.
Maybe he might just be calling out a couple people,
Yeah,
multiple
it might have
people.
been multiple people.
Before Kylie, like, Travis publicly we didn't really hear much about girls he was with.
He was no.
Correct me
He
if
was.
I'm
I mean,
wrong.
he was just a rapper before Kylie. You know what I mean? Then he
Yeah,
became like a
yeah.
pop star or like
Yeah,
way
but,
more
like,
attention.
even like
you
his
know?
like dating life wasn't really in the public eye.
That because
until
if
Kylie.
no matter who he was dealing with at the time, if it wasn't like at a Kylie level, then nobody would have really cared. You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. By the way, Travis Scott is dropping Utopia this week, right?
Is that confirmed? I didn't even know that.
I believe so. It's oh, my shit's off.
Today's Tuesday. So what is it
What's
gonna
the date
come
today?
like
26th.
Thursday or Friday?
Yeah. So it drops
week?
this week. Utopia drops this
Wow.
week.
Did you listen? I didn't listen to the song. The K-pop.
I didn't listen to it just because I didn't want any spoilers, but I did hear it was underwhelming.
I
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
listening. I haven't listened to that. I will be listening to it fresh.
Yeah, I don't want
I'm
to.
excited for that. You know, this is a potentially
Yeah, it's
overhyped
kinda-
project.
It's kind of weird doing a single like a couple weeks before. Usually, either people do it like, but I mean, it's not. I don't like when people do it like, you know, the song that comes out months before, and then that's the only good song that's on the tape too. So
Yeah,
you can't
just-
even listen to it when the
Kind of just got to
album
find
comes
that
out.
perfect spot to drop the single.
I feel like when
Or
you're at
not
that
at all.
level, yeah, you drop the album, then you drop the singles because you have that clout. You don't need. The only reason you drop singles in advance is because you want people to cop the tape. But
Yeah.
for an album, a project like this that's been hyped up for how many years, you don't need any promotion. The promotion is fucking finally dropping it. You know.
Yeah. Any hopes for this project? Anything that you guys are looking out for? Anything that you want to hear?
I you know, like I haven't.
Expectations.
You think Drake's
I
on it?
haven't had any expectations for Travis in a really long time.
You think Drizzy's on it?
I don't know.
There's
don't
been no
think so.
hints to it.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
I feel like if he was, there would be hints.
Yeah.
But
Drake, Drake would hint.
But that was the biggest surprise on Astroworld, Sicko Mode,
Yeah.
Right. Fuck, that's a crazy song.
because he wasn't. There was no Drake. Wasn't even written on that. It wasn't. He wasn't It wasn't written onto features or anything like that.
You're right. It just said sicko mode.
It just said Sicko Mode, and then when
Drake's
you hear,
verse comes in.
yeah, then everybody
like,
went
whoa.
crazy. Yeah. So there could be a moment like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be more Quavo, you know, the usuals.
Quavo, yeah.
He did drop
The Weeknd.
He did drop a track list, I think, but I can't recall.
There's also so many like fake ones that come out, you know, and it's hard to
Yeah,
keep up
that's not paying
sometimes.
attention
So
to.
many.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. I
And
just want to wait.
I honestly don't care about that shit anymore either. Like
yeah.
I never, even as a kid, I didn't understand that shit when it's like, oh, and back in the day too, it used to be like bands and it was like, oh, this track. I was like, why the fuck do I care
Yeah.
about what the names of
like, oh.
the track? Sorry, you know.
Ooh.
I hope he has new ad libs, man.
Yeah, my thing is, I hope it's
all jokes aside, like
I hope it's a more grounded version of him. And what I mean by that is like, you've perfected this whole other sound. Cool. Let's move away from it a little bit. You can stay in that world, but this is like called Utopia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm thinking there has to be some type of different vibe. I want you to take me into this. I think it's still in this world of his, but it's just a different place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to know. I want it to be not a completely different sound, but elements of new shit that we haven't heard from him yet. with a little bit of the old.
I think it's gonna be lit, man. I think it's gonna be good. I
hope
have
so.
high hopes.
Yeah,
I have
it's
high
been a long
hopes,
time.
man. I
that's
have
all.
high hopes.
I
I
was
don't have
at-
any hopes for it because it could be like a 30-song project and it's like mid,
I
and
don't
you
think
know,
it will
like
be that big. Not that many songs.
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe like
Yeah, I want it to be good
I
for
think
him.
it'll be like
Yeah.
an hour. Travis songs are usually longer though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3-4 minute songs usually.
yeah.
He doesn't.
Did
do
you see
like-
the album cover? So there's like 4 album covers or something apparently.
Is
and
there?
They dropped the first one today. People were roasting it. I don't mind it. You saw it?
I saw it. With the,
I don't mind it. It just kind of looks like a screenshot to me though.
Yeah,
You know,
Right.
so I'm not a huge fan of those. There's a difference between an album cover that looks like a photo, like a high res, like well designed photo, but still works within the square, versus one that looks like this would look better as a widescreen
yeah,
shot of in a
Yeah.
in a film or whatever. And this kind of what that looks like. But you know, people. I get what both people are saying. Like some people are saying like I don't want a fucking like crackhead staring at me on my wall.
yeah. On my vinyl.
Yeah. And then some other people are like it's a very cool concept in this day and age of it being probably very easy and tempting to do AI type shit. If not AI, just like that's there's a style that's kind of consistent now.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Now, keep in mind, I don't know if you guys know, they brought back the merch shit for like they're allowing it for Billboard and stuff now. So you're allowed to, the bundles. There we go.
yeah.
for sales.
Yeah, for sales. And I think he's one of the
with-
first artists to be able to do it.
He did that for.
So he's
Astro.
actually doing the way, but they have to follow new rules now. So he needs, if he's gonna do the bundles, every bundle needs to be a different album cover.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So he's releasing a bunch of different album covers.
Yeah.
So obviously, as you're saying, this is just the first one.
Yeah.
So this might not be the one that people even find. They don't gravitate to this one, but they might find something else that they like
Yeah.
instead, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think because we got the bundles back, we're gonna see he's gonna sell a lot. Because I know I'm listening. You guys are probably gonna listen. I don't know. I want to say he's gonna do. It's been a while, but I could see him doing first week maybe 200, maybe 250. Wow. It's been a while, and I don't think the wait has been so long that nobody cares.
Yeah.
I think everyone's gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna check it out.
It'll be one of the biggest albums this year.
Yeah, because
For
what was happening
for sure.
was the reason why all of us were kind of getting annoyed with Travis was because he was always everywhere at the time. And we were kind of getting sick of him. We were commenting on that on the podcast as well back in those days. We were like, "Yo, I just wish he did something different." Da, 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 da.
Yeah,
we're just kind of bored of this.
Obviously,
whole
when you
thing.
get popular for a sound, and that's what everybody's asking for when you're doing those features, like you're gonna get kind of exhausted with it.
Yeah,
What was the song that came out recently that he was on? And everybody was it the Uzi track? Was he on Uzi's album?
yes.
And everybody was roasting. I'm like, yeah, I thought it was pretty.
I thought it was pretty
I thought it was
good.
good. Yeah, it was definitely way better than like some of the stuff where I'm just like
That
he's
was one of the
phoning
better
it in.
tracks
you
on
know?
the album.
Yeah,
yeah.
So yeah,
I didn't have an issue with that. One.
yeah,
yeah.
People are going in on it. They're like, "That's mid." My bro, chill.
That's the other part of the.
Yeah.
It's kind of like people's opinions on Travis Scott are kind of varied. Like what some people would consider classic albums. Like I think yesterday or today, I saw people saying like "Birds in the Trap" is like. Do we all agree that this is his best album or something? And everybody was like, half the people or like 75% of the people were roasting that, and that's just like still 25% of people who would like agree with that. And I don't know where I stand. And I mean,
It's rodeo,
I think
but yeah.
my general thing is I'm always a fan of people's earliest work.
Yeah.
You know, like the
And I
shit that
hate to
makes
be
them
that
pop.
guy sometimes.
Yeah, I hate it, but like,
Yeah.
Days Before Rodeo is my favorite project. You know what I mean? Like,
Days Before Rodeo and Rodeo for me are
Yeah.
standouts.
Yeah.
I think Days Before Rodeo was the perfect lead into Rodeo.
Yeah.
And Rodeo just came, and I don't remember if there's any misses on that.
yeah,
Rodeo is amazing.
Yeah, top to bottom,
Rodeo
I
is
think
amazing.
is good. up and down. You know what I mean?
But then people will say Astroworld is his.
I think
his
Astroworld
triumph,
is
you
him
know?
like kind of perfecting the sound.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
yeah.
that world, like I'm saying, like that world, that space that he
Yeah,
created.
yeah.
It's like the peak of it. And the Birds Sing McKnight, I think, was a little bit of that transition into him perfecting
That
it.
for me, I think about that as like a mixtape. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even look at it as fully as an album.
Yeah,
I do fuck with it though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
'Cause he
in
did
the
have
realm of
a
those
lot of
other
tracks
ones.
on
it's a good like unified listen, like throwing it on. I remember like my memories of that are just throwing that on in like the backyard because it was like came out in the summer. It's a good like you just throw it on and just kind of have it on in the background kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not like listening to that on my own time top to bottom, but it's a good like there's some hits on there.
Yeah, exactly. And that was Goosebumps is on there.
Yeah.
Goosebumps is on there.
The Andre 3000 track is crazy.
Did he have a Bieber track on there? Yeah, he had that Bieber one. I don't know if Bieber was the feature. No, Biebs in the Trap was
yeah,
on there.
yeah.
The Biebs in
There's
the
some
Trap.
there's some hot shit on there. Yeah.
He has a couple songs. With
Yeah, there's a
Bieber.
couple tracks on there. I think he had a Nav track on there too. That's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's been consistent enough where I trust him. I just hope that Utopia doesn't fall short for all the buildup.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because this was supposed to drop ages ago, and then he had the whole situation, and they had to push it back.
Yeah.
People are still upset about that shit.
They shouldn't be. Get over
They
it.
like
bruh.
you know, he's announced like concerts
Oh yeah,
again.
he's doing a.
tour. And
Did you see what he's doing for the release?
no what?
Egypt in front of the pyramids.
Oh yes, that I know about. Yeah.
yeah.
But the government banned him or something. They said he was doing some weird shit or something.
They're trying to say, yeah, we don't fuck with this devil shit.
yeah.
But you know what happened? They got a call and they received a bag. I'm like, oh, it's back on.
They paid the
That's
government
hilarious.
off.
yeah, man.
They tipped off Egypt.
That's
yeah,
sick.
bro.
That's,
Yeah.
He has that much money, huh?
Yeah,
They
bro.
tipped it off.
Yeah, it was
The
him,
label
the
called
label and Nike, because
Called-
Nike's involved.
Nike's
That's
involved.
jokes.
They
Yeah.
called the president
They
of
have
Egypt.
all this shit's dropping this week for him.
Nike's some real scum, bro.
yeah, bro. They're the worst, but I
The
love
way
this
that
shit.
they move, bro, like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
like,
scummy, bro.
Trust me.
And they can get called out for all of this shit, like the Kyrie stuff, and
And it
like
won't matter.
nobody cares.
It won't
Like,
matter.
I'm
And
still
that's,
buying it.
That's where you want to be,
Yeah.
bro.
They're
you can,
bullet-
you
they're
can get
bulletproof.
canceled.
Yeah.
Everybody can know
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
about you,
yeah,
and it doesn't matter. You know why? Because I need kicks tomorrow.
yeah,
I mean, child,
yeah.
sweatshops and child labor
Yeah.
never stopped them.
Yeah.
It never stopped them, bro.
That's crazy.
It never
Bro,
stopped
they're
them.
involved in like name a type of scandal like sex, labor,
Weapons.
war, religion. They're involved in all of it just because of who they make their money off of, athletes, sponsorships.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're bulletproof. It's crazy.
Yeah,
They
man.
really are, man. They got
That's
some
where you want to
crazy-
be, man.
They got some crazy brand. The brand's very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were just. Did you watch that the movie about like the Air Jordan, like making it the Air Jordan?
No.
No, I
It's
haven't seen it.
you know, it's interesting because before that moment where they came up with the Air Jordan shoe and stuff, like they were just a running shoe company. Like they didn't have the market on anything. Like they sponsored Olympic athletes, and Adidas and Reebok were killing them in basketball, and like they were about to lose their like foothold in basketball. And now that's like the whole brand is the basketball identity, you know?
They'll sell it to everyone.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a quote from Michael Jackson? Something racists need shoes too, or something like that. There was like some next quote,
It's
bro.
a fact, though.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Yo, don't alienate anybody." Apparently,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like okay, shit.
It's a fact, man.
It's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Um,
yeah. The Egypt thing's crazy. Yeah. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, or has it?
no, it's happening this week. I think it's.
Oh man,
I think it happens
I am
Friday or
very,
Saturday?
very. I hope it goes well because I'm very interested to see how that plays out. Is it like an invite? It's an invite only thing. It's a very private thing, right? It's
I have
not
no clue.
It's not like public.
I think it's kind of
I know
public.
they were like giving away tickets or something
Yeah.
to people.
I think a few people from the public are
Probably be
able
like
to
that
go.
Kanye listening thing, you know?
That's
where
what I thought it would be like.
probably like a lot of invites, but there
Or
was
like
there was some
That
regulars, you
area
know?
of the by the Giza, like this, that area is fucked.
Yeah, also it's like regular people aren't just pulling up there. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. But that area is fucked.
yeah.
I was
It's just
listening-
like tourist scams everywhere. I've heard.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Actually, on a side note, I don't even know if I'd go to Egypt just because, like, no, it's bad there. Like,
It's bad, but it's
that
just like-
country is like it's kind of like Thailand in the sense where they've like become because there's so much tourism there. Like, the way they treat tourists is different.
Mm-hmm.
They're really trying to scam you.
Yeah,
but
no,
Egypt's like next level.
I know people that have gone there.
Yeah.
And what they sell,
Like
what
people
they tell
follow
you is,
bro, and like
yeah, no,
try to scam you.
what they tell you is the problem is, and I hate to do this all the time, it's the white people, because they're like the white people that are there. They're gonna follow you. They're gonna talk to you all day. I went to a party last summer, and I met this girl that I went to high school with. I saw her again after all these years, right? Yeah. And she's like, yeah, she just got back from Egypt.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go there.
Pretty white girl, blue eyes, blonde hair. She's like, bro, she could barely walk anywhere. And she's like, they weren't bothering my black friend. They weren't bothering my brown friend because they kind of look like they belong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's like, she was paying more for shit and they didn't have to pay for shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I feel like it's just more just depending on who you are when you go there.
Yeah.
You're going to get scammed out the fucking ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a lot of places.
Yeah.
That's a lot of places though. Because they think you're rich.
Yeah.
They think you're fucking
Yeah,
rich.
just
I mean, yeah.
places,
Who are the people throwing around money, right?
Yeah.
It's
what it
places
come down
that
to.
tourism is just
And now Travis Scott's going to kill it for the black folks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I've never I've never like been like, yo, I need to hit Egypt.
Yeah, never.
You know, like,
No,
yo, I
that's
gotta
not-
go there and see the
I've
pyramids.
seen a lot of.
I'd go
No,
inside
it's
the
very.
pyramid. You know what I mean? Like,
the pyramids
I'd go
is
dig up
really
some shit,
lame.
but
It's really
yeah.
lame. You go there and it's like you get swarmed by people trying to just like swindle you all day for camel rides and shit.
Yeah.
And like yeah, and I watched this vlogger and like there's this whole video that he was like getting followed by a guy like for like an hour. Guy kept asking him, come to my store, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. The dude followed him for an hour, bro.
Yeah.
And he told him about 100 times that like I'm good,
That's crazy.
and he kept following him. Like, wouldn't you be so annoyed you're on vacation and some dude's
1000%.
following you around for an hour? Like,
1,000%.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's just it is what it is. Like, yes, the rich white people ruin it because they go there and they'll actually it's worse when you're too generous because what happens is like the locals get used to like, wow, this guy just threw me like a band. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, I can get this from other people.
Yeah.
Too
It's a
now.
combination of them not caring about what the actual price of things are,
Yeah.
and then also not needing to care.
Yeah, you
yeah,
have a
and to be
bunch
like,
of-
oh, it costs this, oh, I'll give you double, or here's take whatever's
Yeah,
in my
and now
pocket.
they're wow, I can get double from everybody.
Yeah.
And now I'm just gonna jack up the price because
Yeah.
because now these people can pay this. Like this is like not a lot of money to
Yeah.
them. Yeah. So yeah, it is what it is.
That's
Like,
the thing too. They don't they
I
don't know
know.
the conversion where
knowing
it's like how much money here is worth versus there.
Knowing
you
what
know?
I know now, like I don't know if I'd go to Egypt. It just seems too much. It's just overplayed. It's overplayed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least if you go to Cairo, maybe if you go to like somewhere else, but
Yeah. Yeah, you have to figure it out.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like,
What?
hey,
Yo, don't talk about Egypt like that,
he's
dog.
like, yo, speaking, you're talking down on Egypt.
yeah.
My cousins are out there. Yo.
No, you from Korea.
Yeah, you're from Korea.
You're South
Kenzo.
Korean. You're North Korean.
No, he's not.
He's from North Korea.
No, he's not.
Kim
South.
Jong-un.
He's
Is
with the
that
cool
is that
ones.
bannable on YouTube if you say that?
I don't know, yo. It might shut down the whole pod. Might shut down the whole fucking
That's
pod.
the Nolan movie I want to see, is a perspective of a dog crossing the border from North to South Korea. Yeah.
Even if Nolan did a movie in Korea, North
Yeah, that'd be
Korea or some
crazy, yeah.
shit,
That'd be
like,
crazy.
I don't know
Yeah.
how he would do that. Bro.
Yeah.
Kim
No
Jong-
CGI.
Kim Jong Il,
All on location.
Kim Jong Il biopic or
Yeah.
something. Not Un, but Il, his
Yeah.
father,
That'd be crazy.
or even Kim Il Sung, bro, back in
Yeah.
the '60s,
Yeah.
Korean War or some shit.
Yeah, that'd be fucked.
I don't even know. Or yo,
Or the Japanese perspective of the
what
of
if he
the war.
did some like USSR shit, like Russian? You know what I mean? Some Stalin or something.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. I don't know. Like, again, but I think for his movies, like I really want to see another science fiction movie.
Yeah.
Or the guy who invented LSD or something like that, you know?
Sure. Some psychedelic
do
shit.
some drugs.
Yeah.
Some shit.
Shit. Yeah.
What if he does drugs? Just 'cause
He must. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely like at least
Yeah, you're right. The idea is that if you're
Yeah.
sober and you're coming up with half this shit,
definitely at least smokes weed.
Yeah.
then I'd be really impressed.
Cool. What else we got? Twitter? No,
Not much
sorry,
is-
Doja.
We start with the X, I guess.
Yes.
Twitter X.
Yes.
I mean, it
Did,
hasn't
did
actually.
your shit update yet?
Yeah, my shit updated.
So what do you
I
mean?
don't know if my phone did. Let me see.
My shit hasn't updated. Do I have to like re-download the app or something? Like,
I
do I
don't
have
know.
to update the app? Or...
Yeah, I think you just update
Yeah,
the
you
app.
think, yeah, I just have to update the app. Yeah, I just have to
But
update.
what has changed?
It's
just
more the
X,
logo.
right? Yeah,
I mean, it's
just,
still. I still see the bird. So
Yeah, it's more the logo has changed.
okay. Yeah. So he just changed the. Okay. Elon changed the logo to an X.
and the name
and the name.
And the name.
It's
So
X
is it
now, right?
just Twitter X?
Yeah, it's just it's just X.
Just X.
And when you post videos, it's X videos.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
And like everyone's like, now I feel like I'm on some like bougie porn site.
Yeah.
Like
And what is it called now? Like when you tweet, is it? Because I seen people
It's a
saying
Zeet,
Zeet. Yeah, I'm like, yo, it's not a
Yo,
Zeet.
I got a
dog.
Zeet.
Bro,
Dude,
honestly, I'm be real. I don't look
This is
into it
the
that hard.
craziest shit I've ever heard.
I don't look
You
into
can't
it that
just
hard, bro.
rebrand Twitter overnight. How do you do that?
You can, but you can't. I understand.
Like, it's
that.
not gonna work. Like
It's his.
he-
It's his.
I think
company,
he's-
he wants to
he's
like
wilding out
take
now.
ownership of it. I
I
guess.
know, but
Yeah.
like, I like Elon, but he's fucking wilding out now by doing this. Like, how, dude? Come on, man. I thought he wasn't the CEO of Twitter anymore.
Oh, he can still. It's not like, bro.
you know,
any of that
CEO's
shit
like a
matters.
CEO's like a puppet position.
Yeah, I
for most.
guess
It's like
so.
being the
Yeah.
president.
Yeah.
You don't actually make any decisions there.
Yeah,
You know.
So
There's still a passcode on the big red
apparently
button.
It's fucking X now. The logo like looks like they whipped that up in 3 seconds. I know there's not much you could do with an X. Like it's just an X.
Yeah, bro.
But he already has a company called X, bro, SpaceX. So now he has 2 companies called X, bro.
Yeah.
He likes X.
And his
His-
fucking
his
kid's
kid-
name
yeah,
is
his kid
X,
name is
bro.
X.
Don't you? Did you guys see the history of the X though? Like he wanted to do that for PayPal.
You wanted to call it X?
Yeah,
So he's been fiending to name a company called X.
and he tried. Okay, we'll do PayPal X. That's what he tried.
that makes more sense
PayPal
than
X.
Yeah.
That sounds like you're sending money to the only. It's like for OnlyFans only, you know,
Some
like
hoes.
yeah.
Now he actually copped the URL x.com.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somehow he actually copped
That's
that.
crazy.
That's what I mean. You search x.com, it goes to Twitter.
That's
bro.
wild.
Oh, that's sick, yo.
Yeah, he got x.com, bro.
Man,
Look at this
honestly.
shit. And now he's like editing this shit. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Dude, he's
The
like
X
a,
videos is
he's
hilarious.
like a
bro.
child, bro. Like,
I
what's
don't know.
going on?
For me personally, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's
It's not like I'm gonna stop using this shit.
I'm
Yeah.
calling
People
it
are
Twitter.
threatening.
I'm
Yeah.
still calling it Twitter.
yeah. I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, sorry,
Now
I
he has-
said
and,
I
like,
said Twitter,
the
not
SpaceX
X. you know,
logo
like-
is so fucking
I'll still say
similar,
Twitter.
bro.
I don't care. Yeah.
Like, he has 2 companies that look the same now.
That looks like the Reebok.
I was gonna say yeah. That's crazy.
That's it. Yeah, it kind of does. But like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm not honestly. Everyone's so concerned and they talk about all this shit. I actually don't care. You know why? Because I don't own any of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like as long as the site is still there and it's doing what it has to do and they're not changing major things.
I would rather.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'd rather the name change than like the layout and the way,
Yeah.
the functionality and the way
Yeah.
that you know.
Exactly. Like I don't give a fuck. I really don't care as much as everybody else. Even when again, when they did the whole limited tweets thing, I was like, and everybody's like, well, I'm leaving. I'm going to other shit.
Nah,
and then threads dropped and was like, yeah. I'm like, guys, stop the fucking fuckery,
Yeah.
bro. It's
I
just
don't know
not
about
that
you, but I
serious.
haven't really been using Threads.
Exactly.
I haven't looked at that shit in a while.
Exactly.
It's kind of like just a fucking reformatted version of my Instagram. Like just like I get into the same shit. Like I don't know.
We'll give it time, but I don't.
Yeah, they
I'm not
gotta.
touching
I don't know
Threads right
what
now.
they're gonna. I don't know about the Threads, man. I don't really don't know.
dick, bro.
I really don't know. Did you say?
He's biting my
Nibbling
dick.
the dick. Man.
Yeah, I don't know about the Threads, man. I'll see.
Yeah.
Like, I still like Twitter more
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
X. Fuck, I'm still calling it Twitter.
Yeah, no, nobody's calling it X,
It's
bro.
Twitter.
Like the kid, maybe new kids and stuff will call it X.
Yeah,
and
man.
Zeets
This
or
is
whatever.
for another generation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A whole other generation will call
Fuck,
it
Jack Dorsey's probably
you like
just
meta.
what's
Like, does
going
anybody
on?
call this shit meta? You know what I
No.
mean? Like,
No one calls it meta.
Yeah,
People
Facebook.
call it.
well, I guess
meta.
there isn't. Yeah, there's nothing. There's
People
no
call it
like
meta. People
thing
call
called
it
meta. It's
Meta's
the-
actually
it's the
catching
company.
on. Meta's catching on.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
that. Yeah.
Or like Google is
Alphabet.
Alphabet. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's also again, it's like the company name, not the.
Yeah, man.
like,
I don't
not
know.
an app.
I don't know much to say about it. besides just like it's kind of crazy. He's trying to just brand a social media like that.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that must be costing a lot of money. What he's doing there. But,
And who has money for it?
Yeah.
He does.
yeah, I don't know how he is. I don't even know how he does everything he does. Like, how does he operate like all these companies? Like, this man's on Twitter or X more than anything else. Like, just fucking around. Somehow he's running Tesla and he's running SpaceX. How is that possible, man?
He's doing a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how much he actually does at this point. Cause it's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, if it's just kind of like,
yeah.
you know, you go into a room, yo, I want to do this. All right, you guys take care of that.
All right, yo, peace.
All right, I'm gonna go to
All right,
this next
I'm
thing.
gonna go tweet now
Yeah.
for the next hour.
Yo, add this feature to
Memes
the
and
Tesla.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
go,
Yo, add this feature
Zuck
to
is
the
a cuck.
rocket. Yeah. Yeah.
I still want to see him fight Zuck, but I think Zuck's gonna kick his ass.
Yeah,
As much as I
I'd
like,
like to see it, yeah.
as much as I like Elon, that's my guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's gonna get folded.
He's gonna get folded. Like Zuck, look at him, bro. This guy's like got like what the fuck?
Biting the string.
Biting your pants.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, puppies love your drawstrings
Mm-hmm.
on your hoodies, on your fucking.
Look at this guy. He's like in it, yo. This is like euphoric.
I lost my train of thought.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. There's not much to say
Oh,
about
Zuck
that. no.
Zuck was fucking
Zuck is in a
Look
Yeah,
at
fuck.
my God,
he's
Zuck
been
is
training too, yeah.
training. I mean,
He's already won.
Zuck's also
Yeah.
like
Shit,
people
so-
forget, yo, Zuckerberg's not even 40, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even. I took
Yeah, it's
that-
crazy,
I took
yeah.
that in the other day, and I was like, wow.
The
not even
like
40.
Jesse Eisenberg, the guy who played him, is like older than him.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucked.
That
yeah.
I didn't know. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. Zuckerberg's not even 40. He's about to be. I think he's like 39. You know.
And I feel like I don't know how long it's been, but I know like for a minute now he's been on that like, you know, no bad shit goes into his body. He's training MMA every
Guess hear
day.
about this guy named Brian Johnson. He's this guy who I forget what he's known for exactly. But basically he's gotten a lot of attention on the internet about just his crazy healthy lifestyle where he's wealthy. He spends almost $2 million a year on his nutrition, his diet, his supplements, he has like scientists and a large team of nutritionists and doctors that monitor everything he puts in his body and his exercise and everything, to the point that he's somehow been able to reverse his age.
Oh.
He's like 40. He's in his 40s, and he's reversed his age to 18.
Yeah,
He's
I've heard
as
I've
healthy
heard
as an
of-
18-year-old.
I've heard about this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's basically defied science, like
Yeah.
like everything, like
Yeah.
the point that he's anti-aging, like he's aging backwards, younger. He's getting younger.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah,
And if you see what he's put in his body, it's almost like it's some like dystopian shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what he's
yeah, yeah.
doing. Like no one, this like doesn't seem real. Like he doesn't even eat food. Like it's like he's eating like just like,
Like Jetson
like
shit,
just
yeah.
like matter, like fucking shit put together. And he's
Yeah.
like popping like 40 pills a day, and he takes like injections, and it's like, yeah, he has like some crazy lifestyle, super fucking strict. It's weird, but it's he's like reversed his age.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
That's what happens when you actually take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like he's like
That's hard though.
he is a vegan actually, so maybe veganism's the way to go. I don't know, cause like
Well, veganism gets you so fucking tired of food.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, that
yeah,
you're
yeah.
just like,
He
yo,
doesn't really
just
eat.
fuck, yeah, it's
He
fuck
doesn't
food in
really
general.
eat. Like, he just,
That's
like-
kind of how I feel every time I'm like, yo, if I think about veganism, I'm like, why
Yeah.
why not just go to a point where it's just like, you know, nothing, just don't worry about taste, you know, just like
yeah,
it's
his
all
food's all like
supplements and-
blended up
yeah.
into like slop, and it's just like a bunch of fucking. He has like perfect nutrition, like every single little vitamin and mineral and
Yeah.
and thing that he needs, and it's down to the exact for him, for his body. You know what I mean? Because it's not gonna work for everybody.
I'm surprised like no athlete has done that, like a professional athlete. I'm sure Tom Brady's done something very similar,
Yeah, yeah.
but I mean, I don't know. Imagine LeBron on that.
I was gonna say the closest one I can
But
think
those
is
guys like to have fun and shit. What he's doing is not fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
He's not allowed.
And there's like
do
the
anything.
stressful component of sports too, where it's like if you had to be doing, if you were getting shit on and you're like not even enjoying all the effort and sacrifice, working out, eating, you can't even enjoy a meal in a day, you know?
Yeah.
You're still getting shit on for your performance.
Can you do me a favor? I'm sorry. Do you mind just grabbing that blue thing for him? So he's not chewing on Kevin's shit.
It's all done up anyway.
Yeah.
So, what do we got left? We got Bronny.
Doja Bronny.
Yeah,
We don't have much to say about Bronny. Just,
I mean,
you
it's
know,
just like
prayers
prayers
up,
out to
man.
him.
Prayers
Yeah.
out. Like, I don't know.
We can say it. Let's say it.
COVID?
Let's say it. The vaccine.
We just got demonetized again.
No, I said wax. I said vaccine.
The vaccine. He got multiple boosters as well. Yeah, he got. I believe he got 3 or 4 jabs and multiple boosters.
Damn.
So yeah, he got the whole 9. So I mean, I don't know. Man, 18-year-old having a heart attack or whatever the fuck cardiac arrest. What does that mean?
Yeah, like
That's
a heart attack.
That's like a generic term for
Yeah.
something. Does that
Yeah.
mean heart attack?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's
I don't know if there's
18,
a
right?
difference or if there's like if it's more severe, a heart attack more severe, but it's still either way.
He's
Like,
LeBron's kid, bro.
Exactly.
This is fishy.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fishy.
To be remember, like Shaq's son did have a heart problem.
I
as
was
well.
gonna say, but
Unless
I feel like that was,
Bronny's
But that
dipping,
was- I think that was
dipping in
more- I feel like
cocaine
the-
or something. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's some other shit that we don't know. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a perk and like
yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. Unless this guy's been popping perkies.
yeah, like a Starbucks coffee, those energy drinks or whatever.
yeah, he had a 4 Loco.
Yeah.
Crazy. But yo, prayers out to
He had
Bronny.
a prime energy.
yeah. I see there are selling them in Costco now too, eh?
Oh really?
Yeah.
So the prime energy was the one that's controversial though. Like they have the
Just the regular one, yeah.
electrolyte, but there's
Yeah.
the energy one, which I believe was not sold in Canada.
Oh, is there a different?
There's two
That's
different-
what I
Oh,
was
okay,
wondering
okay.
because he was saying Logan was it Logan? It's Logan, right?
It was
Yeah.
Logan.
He was like, we don't even sell Prime in Canada. He said some shit like
We
that.
Yeah.
They don't sell prime energy drink,
Right.
which is a new line of prime.
Okay,
Prime's a
okay,
line
okay,
of
okay.
drinks. So they have the prime like Gatorade.
Yeah,
or
the
whatever
Gatorade
hell
one.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually tried it. It's not
It's okay. Yeah.
quick review. It's
Yeah, it's alright.
I feel like it's just really sweet. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
too sweet.
Yeah,
I
facts.
feel like I was getting more thirsty drinking it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
craved water after drinking.
Yeah,
it, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
had to like wash this shit out of my mouth. Anyways, but then there's energy drink, and apparently it has like fucking 200 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
which is like
Crazy.
3 Red Bulls, bro.
Especially for fucking kids that are trying to buy this shit.
Yeah.
Like that's like drinking 3 Red Bulls or like 3 cups of coffee in one drink.
But
and you're
the-
like chugging it.
yeah.
And those kids are definitely mixing it with alcohol and shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's not good.
The you know, the Rocks one, Zoa is like 120 or 140.
Which one?
The Rocks energy drink,
Oh,
Zoa.
Zoa.
I've had it.
The
It's
Rock.
at,
Oh.
yeah, it's at Costco.
Oh yeah.
It's like 120 or 140 milligrams.
That's
of
still a
caffeine.
lot. That's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
I mean, that's like the large Red Bull. You know,
Yeah.
how, like Red
Yeah,
Bull
yeah,
has like
yeah.
the big one. There's like 3 sizes.
Yeah, I mean those cans are like 2 times. They're like double the size of a Red Bull can.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I drink energy drinks from time to time, but like those things don't fuck with those, man. Like yo, Kevin Samuels. Like,
Yeah.
This guy died from Red Bulls, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Alrighty.
I think that guy had some heart problems though, like prior, but
Yeah, he had heart issues already.
But, yeah.
Then that just
if
pushed
you're-
him over.
if you're not a healthy adult, you shouldn't be drinking those. Like cardiovascular wise, you shouldn't be drinking those. If you're obese, you probably shouldn't be drinking those.
Yeah.
Like it's not good. Like you know what I mean? Like
That's why, yeah. I have a Red Bull once in a blue moon. I had the time I was with you guys and I had one was the first time I had one in fucking ever.
I just drink them sometimes when I don't want coffee. Like I don't always want to drink a coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I have one of those. I have like a sugar-free Red Bull, or there's another one I drink. It's not Monster. It's like a different organic one. I don't know how organic it really is.
Yeah, that's the problem with these ones
Yeah,
now.
that's
They
the
try to
thing,
make
yeah.
them sound like
Yeah,
natural now,
This is
but
good
like,
for you. It's
I,
okay.
I think it's like,
and there's a lot of
some
like green teas
marketing
now too
bullshit.
with the caffeine.
yeah, like yerba mate. I drink that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Latte,
Those are pretty good. Yeah,
Like the South American
Yeah.
tea, the cold one. Yeah. I don't know.
Prayers up to Bronny though.
yeah.
Hopefully he pulls through and he's good. And they kind of figure out what the hell's going on because He's just way too young to be doing that, and we know he's healthy.
Yeah.
Yo, let's do the question. You had the question from Reddit.
Oh yeah. Let me pull it. Let me actually pull up the full question.
I have to think about it too. But yeah, because that's a hard one for me for some reason.
Let me pull up the full
But
question.
basically, yeah, he found a question on Reddit.
Because you don't want to just do something stupid like a quick way to make money, because that's like easy, you know. Like I would just look up the like lottery results or something from like
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like what would you actually be curious to know?
yeah.
And this will make more sense when we pull it up. I don't want to just paraphrase the question, but
Why is there a Christmas movie in the middle?
yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck?
Shout out Christmas Vacation though.
Why is there a Christmas movie in July? Christmas in July?
That is a thing, yeah, for some reason.
Yeah, they shoot Christmas movies in July.
Mm.
Yeah,
All the
And
Hallmark shit.
Yeah, and a lot of them, and they
Yeah.
shoot a lot of Christmas commercials around now too.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Hello.
What's the dumbest way you've gotten a scar?
The dumbest way I've gotten a scar.
Mm-hmm.
The dumbest way I've gotten a scar. The dumbest way I've gotten a scar. I have a scar on my thumb, right here. It's very faint, but it's still there. It's like this weird. It's the weirdest cut. It's shape. It's like an L on my thumb. I was like,
Let's took an L.
literally. I was trying to like cut something open with a fucking kitchen knife, and it just slipped. I was like maybe, how old was I? Yeah, I was probably like 10, maybe. I remember I was trying to cut something on plastic with like a kitchen knife, and it like slipped, and it just went, and it just like slit it, and it slit open. There was blood everywhere. It wasn't deep enough to like go to the hospital. I didn't get stitches or anything like that, but
Yeah.
it definitely was pretty messed up, and it's still there. So that's a legitimate scar. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually on a quick tangent. I am pretty actually. I'm lucky. Cross my fingers. I haven't really been very injured in my life. Thankfully, I've never broken any bones or anything like that. I was a pretty safe child growing up. I wasn't too reckless. I didn't play any. I didn't skateboard. I didn't play any contact sports. So yeah, I actually haven't hurt myself in any way. Luckily, just I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, so I haven't had any really serious
what I mean?
injuries either.
yeah.
Me, I have a scar on my thumb to this day from my cousin. I can't remember what it was. We were arguing about something, and I don't know how many of you guys do this. Maybe Ian doesn't know about this world as much, but I know in the world of siblings and close cousins, you guys do some wild shit sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
So we're arguing. We're young too. I think I want to say this one. I'm living next door. I want to say maybe I was 12, maybe 13. We're arguing about something, and this guy pulled out a knife on me. Right?
Who? Your brother?
My cousin.
Your cousin? Sorry.
And he pulled out a knife, and I didn't take him seriously, right? And he started walking up to me with a knife, and then I grabbed the knife, and then he pulled down.
You grabbed the actual blade,
I grabbed the blade because he was coming at me with it. There's nothing else I could do.
and he went like,
Because I was like, he's not going to do anything if I hold it. You know what I mean?
and he started pushing down.
And not even just pushing down. He actually, he pulled right down, and it sliced my thumb. I have a scar to this day right on my thumb. You could barely see it now. But
That's so stupid.
yeah, dumb. And then he said sorry. He's, oh. I was like, all right. I know. That's when I knew he was a little bit of a murderer. What movie immediately made your top 5 list when you saw it and shall always stay on your list,
Ooh, that's a good one.
no matter what?
Immediately.
Immediately. Is it Oppenheimer?
No.
That's a tough one. I don't even know. I can't even think of it. I don't know what my top 5 is. Like,
Yeah,
off the top of my
yeah.
head, so
Yeah, that's. I'm so picky with movies.
I guess
like,
Interstellar probably. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. For me, I really, Top 5 right away, immediately.
I think with TV shows, it's not as immediate, but
Yeah.
like I think that would be easier for me. Whereas like
Yeah, for me, Breaking Bad is a movie that basically by like the third episode, I was just like, yeah, this fucking show's amazing.
yeah,
And I just wanted like, I 6 seasons or whatever it is not enough. So like, yeah, I would say like for shows, Breaking Bad. For movies, Pulp Fiction is just really fucking good. That was like immediately, and I saw it late, like probably later than most people.
I mean we all
Yeah, we all did.
we all gotta watch it when we're like adults.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it till maybe I was like
There's a lot of movies that I had to
15
take
or
in when I was
16
older.
years old. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, yeah.
I wouldn't even say that's late. Like
Yeah.
I watched it when I was 18. I think.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That was one for sure. That was one. Kill Bill too.
Kill Bill, yeah.
Kill Bill. Yeah. That I mean, I think those movies are in my top 5. I mean, maybe not Kill Bill, but Pulp Fiction is
What's the most underrated Tarantino movie you think?
the most underrated Tarantino
Jackie
movie.
Brown, I think.
Jackie Brown is the
Yeah.
only one I actually haven't seen.
Yeah, that was
either.
really good.
I haven't seen it either,
Yeah.
so
For
I
me-
haven't seen every Tarantino film.
For me, I would say Death Proof.
I really like that proof. Yeah,
He didn't direct that though, did
Didn't he?
it was a producer.
thought he wrote it.
Oh, he did just write it?
Yeah,
I think he
Oh.
I think it was
wrote it.
what
He wrote it
Robert
and
Rod.
probably produced.
Rodriguez?
It's
Did
a
he do it?
Rodriguez, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he did the other one. What was the other one?
Yeah,
The other part of that feature.
Yeah.
Natural Born Killers was also
yeah, I haven't seen
something
that.
he wrote.
Oh, yeah,
I haven't seen Jackie Brown.
Something
either.
he was
That's
involved
crazy.
for sure.
that's a low key one. Yeah,
Which one? The Red Jackie Brown one?
yeah, I think that's probably his most low key.
Yeah. That's his most. Yeah. What's his most overrated movie? You know what I mean?
Overrated?
Overrated.
I was gonna say possibly The Pulp for me.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hateful Eight. I haven't watched that. Like
The
I've only
Pulp.
watched
I
it
could see the
once.
Pulp being overrated. Yeah,
agree.
even though I just said
I think
it's
it's-
the best.
I think it's a great movie though.
Yeah.
I think it's just
yeah,
overrated because
yeah.
people are like, bro,
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction. I'm like, all right.
That's how I felt about Goodfellas too when I watched it. Where I thought it was a little overhyped when I first watched it, and then to watch it a couple more times to really appreciate it.
Django Unchained is a little overrated.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I like it for sure. But yeah. Yeah. People speak highly of that. I'm like, yeah, it's good. But
Yeah, it's a little long.
yeah, it's
You get pushed into 2030 for 10 minutes, and you get one Google search. What you looking for?
I still had to think about this. And we were saying don't pick one with money.
Yeah.
Like something that just make me feel
Don't look up the lottery for fucking
Yeah.
July.
Unless it's an
26th.
amazing idea,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's basic like bets or lottery shit,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like what's the stock price of Threads or some shit like
Yeah.
that? You know, like, something like that. But what's like a hot company that you don't know like could be on the come up or something right now?
Oh yeah, true. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like
something you
I'll
have a-
read you some of the other comments. The history of the 2020s. That'd be interesting. And people
Yeah,
are like,
yeah, just general curiosity, like what happened. I would be
Yeah.
interested to see, like, what goes on in the next 7 years.
yeah. Where's the other ones?
Like, is there anything that's kind of like that's happening right now, where like if it was last year, it'd be like, when's the fucking pandemic ending? Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Is
good
there
answer
anything
for
that's
this
like
question
kind of like
for some reason.
Yeah, there's nothing that's like a mystery right now that I'm like can't wait to see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. This one I'm struggling with, to be quite
Yeah, that
honest.
one's tough.
like how many chips does Braun finish with or something?
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
That was,
like
that
we were
was, that
saying
was
we
tough.
can't do
Yeah.
sports or anything like
Yeah.
that. It's something I really care about, like to know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Like first thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if you fucking advance the time more, like if you went,
But
like,
then it just becomes even more.
2100 or
Yeah, it just
something.
becomes even more abstract. Like
Yeah.
What is a character death that really upset you?
A character death that really upset me. Character
that's a good one.
death that really upset me.
And if not, how have you almost died?
How?
I've had a few moments.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've had some weird moments in the car. before. Yeah. I've come really close to just hitting an oncoming car. You know what I mean?
I almost hit a girl the other day.
Like a pedestrian.
Yeah, after Oppenheimer. I did not see this bitch.
All black.
All black. Not even her. She was a white girl.
Yeah.
She was just an all black,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
I
the
just
thing.
didn't
Like,
see
you're
her.
not supposed to. You shouldn't do that at night.
Yeah, that was the first time it's ever happened to me, and I was like, "Oh, that's why you don't wear black."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't say much. She was mad. I was like, "Hey, it's my bad." Like,
Yeah. What else do you want? Yeah.
what am I gonna do? Get out of here and make sure you're good?
Honestly, like this is maybe like the second or third time I've seen that happen where like, you know, somebody almost gets run over and they always go for like the hit on the dash.
Yeah.
On the trunk. I'm like, why do you do that? bro?
Yeah,
Like, why is
yeah,
that a response? Like, hit this fucking car. Like,
Yeah,
the fuck?
I'd get it if you actually hit.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
hit somebody you cared
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, then yeah, I'm dragging you out the whip. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
nah.
An almost thing, or like just, you know, you like didn't need to fucking run out of the way. You just
Yeah.
needed to stop or something.
Exactly.
Like,
And honestly, if we're being real, I wasn't going that
no,
fast.
no.
I was literally making a turn. I was going maybe 10 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And she was wearing black. And I didn't see her until the lights like really hit her.
Yeah.
But whatever. I stopped on time either way. Nothing happened to her. But for me, almost death, leaving work, there's this exit from a highway. And there's a lot of accidents at it all the time. And I had stayed at work late. This is the winter time. It had just snowed. And for me to make my way to my bus stop, I have to cross over this really sketchy area with no sidewalk
Yeah.
of the exit, right?
Yeah.
So streets were empty, whatever. I'm walking, and I see this truck coming down. He's exiting the ramp and coming down towards me. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Da. But he's not slowing down. And he didn't take me in until the last second. He hits his brakes, right?
Yeah.
Slides. And I'm like, and I'm seeing all this in slow-mo.
Yeah.
So and this is like all within maybe 5 seconds.
What?
So he's sliding towards me, and he's like and he notices he's not going to make it. Right? So he starts turning, and the side of the truck spins out, and literally, I swear to God, the truck almost tipped over on top of me.
Oh man.
And I remember I paused in that moment, and something in me was like, Jamal, why are you hesitating? And in that moment, I was like, yo, move out the way. And I moved.
You ran.
And his truck almost literally leaned over further.
What?
It almost tipped over almost all the way.
Yeah.
And he stopped. And then he just chilled there because he was in shock. I kept walking.
Yeah.
And then as I'm walking,
He came
like,
to a complete stop.
yeah, he came to a complete stop. But after, he would have hit me if I didn't get out the way. So I walked up. I didn't even look back and make sure he's good because I'm like, obviously he's fine. He's just probably shocked. But he just sat there. And as I'm walking, I'm like, I could have died.
Remember when we almost got hit by the train or some shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Going
Yeah.
back to your house?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That weird train track.
That was a weird train track on Warden.
Warden or something. Like we're flying by and the lights are it's one of those crosswalks. So it was a blizzard.
Yeah.
Right? And we're coming home from the pod.
Yeah.
I think, or some
Yeah.
shit.
Some shit.
Back when you used to live over there. And yeah, it was like one of these train track crossways where there's no bars that come down.
Yeah.
It just flashes. And it was like it was night, and it was like such a fucking crazy blizzard.
Yeah.
That you could barely see the flashing lights.
Yeah, bro.
And I didn't see them.
Literally, it was so jokes.
And I drive across like the fucking train tracks, and we both look to the left, and we see a white light.
We're like, oh!
We thought the train was just about to fucking wreck us, bro. But like, I think the train was going super slow.
Yeah, it was going slow.
It was just like it was
Yeah.
going really slow
It
for
was
that
going slow.
reason, because it was trying to
Yeah.
cross the track in a blizzard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were like, fuck.
Because yeah, had it been going full speed, we were done.
we would have been wrecked.
We would have
bro.
been done.
That's terrifying.
It was
Yeah.
crazy though.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know if I've had any crazy close calls. I've definitely done some shit on the road that like I probably could have died for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think I've had anything that's happened where I've had to sit with myself for like a 5 minutes or a 10 minutes and be like, yo, I almost died, you know?
Yeah. I think I'm blanking out. Like, I think I've had some moments. We're running out of time here. Probably wrap the pod.
Oh, true.
But yeah. Any one more question that we can bang out? We have like
What turns you on that you're absolutely embarrassed about?
turns me on that I'm absolutely embarrassed about.
What?
Whoa. Why you guys are waiting for me to answer?
Yeah, go ahead. Me, it's nothing. I don't mind toes. I'm not like a toe dude, but also toes are cool.
Yeah. I like butt stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a butt man, eh?
I like butt
Actually,
stuff.
I kind of knew that about you.
I kind of like butt stuff.
Yeah.
Some butt stuff.
Yeah.
Some Remy's.
Oh, some Remingtons.
Remingtons.
Remingtons,
Yeah.
eh?
That's about it. There.
Okay, well,
There you
end
go.
that. We'll end the pod right there.
I'm gonna be open.
Lost in Talks, episode 117.
The Rim Pod.
The Rim Pod. That's what we're gonna call this one. Later. Say bye, Kenzo.
Hey.
All right. And everybody,
mascot.
we'll catch you guys later. Lost in Munchies, Lost in Talks, Lost in Nostalgia. Kevin A, Jamal B, Ian M. Later.
Lost in Rims.